We're joined today by author Jeff Hayes talking about his book, Sleepaway Camp, Making the Movie and Reigniting the Campfire. The updated second edition is out now. Also, we're joined by actress Amy Fields. She was one of the Schote sisters in Sleepaway Camp II. Jeff, how you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely.
Amy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's great to be speaking with you guys. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
Definitely.
Well, Jeff, first of all, you're back with an updated version of your book, Sleepaway Camp, Making the Movie, Reigniting the Campfire. Can you tell the listeners a bit about the book, maybe if they missed the first one?
Sure. Well, the first one came out in fall of last year, and it tells the story of what it was like making the first movie and what happened after it came out and all the fandom that accumulated for all the years after that and how it just all came back really big again. And then after the first book came out, I was getting messages from people basically all over the world saying, are you going to do this for the sequels? And so I was talking to the publisher about it, and the two of us kind of came to the idea that, because the paperback was going to be coming out this year, that it might be interesting to put a whole bunch of new chapters on the sequels in this, new paperback version.
Yeah, there is a lot of new content on the sequels. And, this is one of the rare film series where the sequels are different enough to the point that some people's favorite is the original and some people's favorites are the sequels.
Oh, definitely. I hear that all the time. Everybody loves part one or they love part two. Part three sometimes, but it's usually part one or part two of the favorites.
And Amy, you were in a part two as one of the Schote sisters. How did you get involved with the movie?
Well, I auditioned, like most actors do. I was originally cast as the other sister, and I didn't find this out till just recently because my parents were opposed to the role. I was instead cast as Jodi.
You were kind of shielded away from some of the more R-rated stuff then, it seems like.
Yes. I mean, to the degree where, when Carol did her death scene, I wasn't even allowed on set. So, and that's one of the things I remember the most is hearing her blood-curdling scream through the forest. So, it was really good. It was a good... she's definitely a good screen queen for sure.
Yeah, there was always a group of people who loved these films, but it seems like in the last 20 years or so, people have really brought these films back to life. Are you surprised by the popularity of these films? I mean, you were pretty young when you were in this one.
Yeah. I was 16 when we filmed it. For it to have gone just completely dormant or what I thought was dormant for so many years. And then here in the last, I think we did our first reunion just before the shutdown with COVID. It was, February, and then the shutdown was in March. And just people coming out of nowhere going, "Oh, we love you, we love you." It's like, what? What do you mean? Okay. I mean, none of us ever expected this to go anywhere, really, much less books later and fans all over the world and Facebook groups. And it's pretty crazy.
Well, it seems like you left Hollywood soon after the film. Where did you go when this one wrapped up?
Well, it was filmed here in Georgia, and I lived here. I was building my career here in Georgia as a teen actress, and they filmed it here, so I just stayed here. Where did I go after? And then, I just kind of finished up high school and went on about my life, and didn't really pursue it much after that. So, and then life takes over and you do something else. So.
And then the fans pull you right back in.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is incredible. And Jeff, you have so many of the cast and crew from these films interviewed in the book here, and it seems like everyone, not just Amy, but everyone loved making these films and loves being known for being in them, and it doesn't seem like anyone really has any negative memories of this.
No, everybody I talked to had just positive story after positive story to tell about what it was like working on these movies. They had such a blast making them, and and still to this day, they recall the great times that they had on the set. And even like Michael Hitchcock, who is the writer who went on to become a well-known actor out in LA, he's still to this day, he's proud of those stories that he wrote for the movies. And I mean, he's doing something a lot different now, but it was a source of good pride back then, and everybody seems to love it.
Again, we're with Jeff Hayes and Amy Fields. We're talking about the new book, Sleepaway Camp, Making the Movie, Reigniting the Campfire. It's now in a paperback edition. And Jeff, we got to talk about the music you have that accompanies the book. You've got the new EP with John Alton on there, and I was more excited about this than I probably should have been. I know we've been playing that song Sleepaway for years on the show here, and I lifted it from the credits of the DVD, but it's great to have like the real version now.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So now you can spin it on a record player. Which one do you have? Did you get which colored version?
I just got the CD right now, but that's
you got the
perfect
CD.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's still cool. They're both cool. So John Alton, who's been a friend of mine for years, and he's the one who made that song Sleepaway, and he also made another popular song from the second one called Out of Control. And, the idea after the first, we put out an EP last year for the first record with the music that Frankie Vinci had made. And so I talked with 1984 about doing it again with John for his songs on the sequels. And everybody just kind of collaborated, and it all came together. And yeah, so we were able to get that one out for all the fans as well.
I know you've got a lot of variants of the vinyl, and then you got the flexi disc. Some of the listeners might be too young to remember those, but I thought that was awesome. It's just like the ones you cut out of the cereal boxes back in the day.
That's what I was going to say. I remember them from the cereal boxes. Yeah, when 1984 said, hey, what do you think about this? And, they brought up that idea. I was like, I think people would go nuts over that because it just is such a great piece of nostalgia.
Well, it's great that all this stuff was still able to be found. I know a lot of this stuff kind of gets lost to time, but everything sounds great. And again, the music and the book are both out now. And Amy, I wanted to ask you what you're up to now. Do you have any projects we should look out for or anything coming up?
Not in the entertainment business, other than, fun fact, I do stained glass as kind of a side thing. And I built some stained glass windows for the season 2 of Tulsa King.
Oh, okay.
So if you're looking at when they're in the bar, if you look at the front door, I made the stained glass that's in that door. So There's your fun fact for this day.
No, that is awesome.
I actually work, in the garden here in Atlanta, and so I do that as my 9 to 5, and I'm just living life, waiting, hopefully getting some bookings with conventions and stuff like that. We all love doing those. It's so much fun. And now with the book and the record and the CDs, and we'll have extra merch to be selling out there in the world. So hopefully we'll get to meet some more people in the next year or so.
Excellent. Yeah, if the listeners out there, maybe if they want to see you at a convention, or maybe they need some stained glass or anything like that, do you have a website or maybe somewhere we should be going?
No. I usually post stuff on Instagram or Facebook if we've got something going on. I'll just, post it on my personal sites. But just if fans want to see us, let their closest convention people, I don't know what you call those people, but let people know that they want to meet us, and we'd love to come out and meet are fans because they are really cool.
Awesome. And Jeff, I know the book is just out here, but is there something else maybe you've got coming up we should watch out for?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure 100% what my next project is going to be. Maybe something Sleepaway Camp related, but I'm not 100% sure. But chances are I'll probably be working on something horror related because, horror movies have always been my thing since I was, a kid.
Awesome, guys. Again, I'm excited for the book here and definitely the albums. And it's been great speaking with you both. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, sure.
We are happy to be here. Thank you so much.
And again, that was Amy Fields from Sleepaway Camp II and author Jeff Hayes. His new book, Sleepaway Camp, Making the Movie and Reigniting the Campfire, is back with an updated version, also coming with the vinyl variants and the CD as well. You can get all that at 1984publishing.com.